Isaiah 60. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. Lift up thine eyes round about and see. All they gather themselves together, they come to thee. Thy sons shall come from far, and thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side. Then thou shalt see, and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. The multitude of camels shall cover thee. The dromedaries of Midian and Ephah, all they from Sheba, shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praises of the Lord. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebaioth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. Who are these that fly as a cloud, and as the doves to their windows? Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Lord thy God, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day or night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despised thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings. And thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make thy officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise. The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. But the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God thy glory. Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself. For the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time.
The magnificence that the Lord is going to bring us back to, you know, and this is something that we have to envision, because we're going to be brought back to greatness, because our power is going to be set back up, and people are going to laud and praise him. His Messiah, Yahushua, is going to be lauded and praised. So the men of the Lord that are lauded and praised are going to have those laws, statutes, and commandments inside of them to be able to reestablish righteousness on the earth. And then the nations will be in awe once again, and even in more awe because of the magnificence. The awe that the Queen of Sheba was in, that's going to pale in comparison to the awe of the kingdom. You know, I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking about it. You know, the Queen of Sheba, she had no life left in her when she saw the splendor of King Solomon's majesty and his kingdom, his servants, how they were arrayed and everything. So just imagine the kingdom of heaven, you know, and these nations are going to go back to that. They're going to go back to reverencing us, you know, not looking at us as niggas and spicks and spooks and wetbacks and tontos and all that, but looking at us in our respective state of being an Israelite, no man or woman, you know, of our particular tribe, whether it be Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Simeon, whatever. You know, it's going to go back to that. It's going to go back to the majestic lauding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the people of the Most High, which are the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that have been downtrodden, that have been called outcasts, that have been called the forsaken, are going to get back that power, are going to get back that vigor, are going to get back that status of greatness that we had at one time. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. And we're witnessing the beginning of that, of us being established. But this is speaking about in the kingdom. It says, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. So we're going to be exalted above all of the hills, meaning all of these other nations and their governments. Because out of every nation and government on the planet that ever ruled an empire and the great civilizations that ever ruled, that's going to be nothing compared to the kingdom of heaven, compared to the laws, statutes, and commandments in the kingdom of heaven, compared to the majesty of the kingdom. Because it's not just only going to be on the planet Earth, it's going to be in the different planets all over the universe. It says, and all nations shall flow into it. And why are all these nations going to flow into it? Because they are waiting for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High to be established once again on the planet. Because they know that once that happens, things are going to be set back up into the right order. It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways. Because 144,000, the governing body, will be bringing out the word and the laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, setting up everything into order. This is for that, this is for this is for that, and according to this law, and boom, boom, you know, so on and so forth. So they're going to come to learn, because we're not going to teach each other, because we're going to be perfected. Our stony hearts are going to be taken out. Fleshly heart is going to be put in. Law, statutes, and commandments are going to be put in after these vile bodies are changed. So the nations are going to see that. They're going to see that splendor, and they're going to come to it, and they're going to want to learn. It says, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. So that's what we're going to be teaching them. We're going to be teaching these nations the law, statutes, and commandments through the governing body of the nation of Israel.